we've got some big news.
Sad news, but also exciting news.
We have been planning from the beginning to move down here full-time when Craig retires, which is now happening in 3 weeks. We have a house in the city in St. Charles, Missouri, and we were going to rent that out as an Airbnb, and so that would be a little bit of extra income, and live down here full-time in Homestead. So that has always been the plan. That's why we've been putting all the work into this place that we have to get it ready so that we could come down here, stay full-time, and live off-grid and have a garden and animals. Well, that plan has changed.
If any out there are familiar with Table Rock area of Missouri, it's in the beautiful lake, it's in the Ozark Mountains. It's a place that I've went to since I was a little kid and I've always loved it. And it just hit us one day that, you know what, it's really, really beautiful down there. There's opportunities for property and to be able to continue to homestead. And as a plus, there's family down there as well. Our current location here, the closest family is 2.5 hours away. So as we get older, you realize more and more the importance of family. So we've decided we're gonna sell our house in the city, sell this property, and go find some property in the Table Rock area. We really believe that's what we're supposed to be doing to get us closer to family. My mom is down there 6 months of the year. I have a daughter down there and her fiance. So we just, it's tough, but as much work as we put in this property, it's a tough decision to make, but we believe it's the right decision. And we hope you stick with us because there'll be further adventures.
It's really hard to leave this place. We love it here. We have put so much of our souls and hearts into this land. It's really hard. This is the first time we've been back since we realized that we're going to be leaving. It's so bittersweet. We're very excited about the future. We're very excited about the opportunities in the Table Rock area. We've been searching for properties and there's a lot of things available. Homesteads that are already set up, like farms, you know, with a lot of outbuildings and barns and land and woods and a pond. So, but we know it's what we're supposed to do. We are people of faith and we have been praying about this and we feel very clearly that God has said, this is what we're supposed to do. We both feel that after we find our property and after we get down there, we'll understand why it was what we were supposed to do. We think we're gonna find something even better and be able to make it even better. So the good news for somebody out there is that this wonderful place is now for sale. So we're going to do another video where we do a tour, everything that is included here. This is a already set up turnkey property for a family or a couple or even an individual who wants to try to live off grid. Everything's already set up. We're going to leave all the solar power here. The rain catchment system's already set up. We've built so much. We have cleared so much land and set it up. You'd be able to buy this property and move in and start living off grid, homesteading immediately. We know we have a lot of people following who are interested in off-grid homestead life but aren't living off-grid yet. So watch for our next video because we're going to do a tour and I'll also have a map to explain exactly where this is. So watch for that video in the next several days, maybe a week or so. And I'll also have some contact information so you can let us know. And if you think you're interested already, leave a comment and let us know how we can get in contact with you and you can come out and take a look. We are in southeast Missouri, so it's a wonderful place to live off-grid. We'll talk more about that in the next video.
And we'll get more in depth when we do the other video with the tour, but right now you've got a small solar system. It's 400 watts, but it runs everything we need to run right now. You got 4 100-watt panels. I've got 4 125 amp hour batteries and a 2500 watt inverter. Run a laptop, we can run a little fan when it's warmer. We've got a little 12 volt fridge that'll run. We've got the satellite Wi-Fi system that runs off of that. So it runs everything that we need to run right now. But it's an easily expandable system. It's so easy to add more panels, more batteries. And we were talking about adding a wind turbine here as well, so that's something you can do. We're kind of up on top of the mountain here, and you get plenty of wind usually. So if it's a cloudy day, you normally have wind, so it's a good system to have. Our neighbor down the hill has set theirs up, and they're generating more power than they can use. So that's a good problem. The rain catchment, we've got 2 55-gallon drums set up off the roof on the cabin, and 2 more set up on the barn that we're using as the watering system for the garden. So that's all set up and it's going to stay. And for you hunters and fishermen out there, there's plenty of deer here and turkeys on the property here. We've hunted here. We've been very successful during rifle season and bow season. And if you want to fish, about 20 minutes to the east is the Black River, and is also good for kayaking and canoeing if you like that. And then 20-25 minutes to the west is Clearwater Lake, which has some amazing fishing. So for the outdoorsman, the hunter and fisher, this is a perfect location for you.
So our adventures are not over. We are going to be looking for property in the new area. We've already been looking around, and we're very confident we're going to be able to find a place with a lot of land. We want to get at least 10 acres. We'd love to get more. We definitely are going to continue the homesteading adventures. And when we started this YouTube channel, we had already been here for several years. And so we had already gotten a lot of things done and built our barn and built out our cabin and started working on our second cabin. And so all of that stuff was done before we even started this YouTube channel. You kind of came in halfway through. Now we're going to bring you along through the whole process. So we're going to make some videos of us looking for the property, so you'll be able to join in the whole process with us as we're looking for the property, and then after we get it and getting it set up for the homestead. Stick around, we're definitely not done with this story, and we plan to document all of it for everyone to follow along. Here's how we're going to do this. We own a condo in that area in Branson, Missouri, if you've heard of that place. It's a very fun place. We rent that out as an Airbnb. We never realized that we were going to live in it. We're actually going to sell our house in St. Charles, Missouri, sell this property, and then we're going to live in the condo while we look for our property. That's going to give us a lot of freedom to take our time and find the right place. We'll be having adventures while we're living in the condo. There's so much to do out there, fishing and hiking and all kinds of fun stuff. So we'll bring you along for some of that as well. So there you go. That's our news. Stick around. There's a lot more to come.